Welcome to RomWills Money Matters. The thing about being an entrepreneur, and I said this is going to be more personal because that's basically what I am. I'm seeing all these layoffs and people complaining, people going into their jobs one day thinking they had a job, they walking out that same day with a box of their things. They got to empty out their they have to empty out stuff. I'm hearing about people getting fired. I actually know someone who's been furloughed from the government, even though I've heard some stuff they'll probably open that back up. But still, he wasn't concerned. But I'm gonna tell you what, I'm an entrepreneur. I don't work for anybody. I don't work for anybody. My work day begins when I get out of bed, and I don't even put on a full suit. Even for this, even right now, I have on some sweats. I'm going to tell you what the thing about being an entrepreneur, and I'm saying this from a more personal perspective, is freedom. It's freedom. And yeah, no, it's not easy. No, you're not going to jump into it and just start making money. And if you are, you need to be doing videos. It can be tough. It can be tough. It really is. But you know the one thing is, you got freedom. I got freedom. If I don't want to do something one day, I don't have to do it. Or if I do want to do something one day, like when I do my on-demand videos for on my Venmo account, when I do videos there, and y'all can see a link to the different videos in the description box. When I'm doing something there, I can just decide I'm going to do it. I can do something in 2 or 3 days from now or tomorrow. I just had to write down, like, I was like, let me talk about that. That's usually how I do it. I don't have to go by anybody else's schedule. But I do need to keep money flowing in, but it's according to my schedule, when I want to do it, how I want to do it, and things of that nature. And there's so much. And the way I look at it, at least from what I'm doing, I could do these videos, still have a few more books to write. And just the beauty of it, you do have that freedom. Now, no matter what you're doing, like if you are providing a service for somebody or you doing a product, you still have some freedom. Yeah, you might be doing something for somebody. Like, I remember when I went over my co-parents' place and one time, and I had to pick up something because my sons were with me. This was a few years ago. And she had a neighbor. They pretty much got kicked out, and their apartment was really dirty. But then there was somebody who was cleaning it out, had the shovels and everything. It smelled like crazy. But that was their business, to clean out apartments like that. And that's one of the things. In fact, I remember meeting somebody a few decades ago. It was a guy who would get distressed properties, foreclosed properties, but he had some people working for him. They had a business where they would help him to clean out some stuff. And even if you're working for somebody, you still get to decide. You're not forced to work with anybody. You could say to them, you know what, I ain't doing that for you, or I don't have to. You're not held a gun to your head. And you still deciding what you're going to do, no matter what it is. And if you're successful, it's because you worked hard. Nobody's pushing you. See, that's another thing about being an entrepreneur. If you're going to succeed in that, it's really on you. You don't have anybody saying, oh, you got to do this or you got to do this. If you succeed in it, it's because you pushed it. Now, if you fail in it, you still got to look at yourself. See, the beauty of it is you have responsibility no matter what. But it's your responsibility. And, like I said earlier, it's tough. It's tough, y'all. Like, I'm known now for doing all these videos, but it wasn't easy at first. It was not easy at first, because at first I was working on a full-time job and then doing these videos too. In fact, I would have some people on the job sometimes say, yeah, we saw that video. Hey, can you talk about this? You talk about this? Or sometimes they would talk with me about the videos. He was doing it. Like, but the thing was, I still had that freedom. And even I always joke about having 1,000 jobs. I always joke about that. But I would say since 1995, I still had a business. Like when I first started out, I still had my publishing business. And the freedom there was just great. And yeah, unfortunately, I did have to work for some other people. I had to work for the government and was working at a gym. You know, there was one time I was working for the government, part-time at a gym, and I still had my business. I was still doing some vending on the weekends. I was doing a lot of stuff. But even though I was getting paid from the government, that took care of all the bills, everything major. I was able to put my money I was making from this gym I was working at, I put that away into savings. But I'm gonna tell you what, I didn't make as much doing the publishing, doing the vending. I did not make as much. I really didn't. But the freedom I felt, the enjoyment I felt, just the power I thought, I was like, you know, this is me. Hey, this was me. I was having fun. I told you, some vending events I would do, I'd be up there dancing. No matter what else. Because it felt good. See, that's one thing about being an entrepreneur. Trust me, it's hard work. But it's your work. You can feel good doing whatever. And that's the thing. And that's the thing. It's your responsibility. Now, if you don't do well at it, it's still on you. You can't blame everybody else. You can't blame a crazy boss or something like that, or some co-workers. It's all on you. But even when it's bad, if it's bad, or you dealing with some issues, it's still you. That means if it's bad, it can be great. It can be great. You have total responsibility. Like, you have the responsibility to get up and do stuff. You have the responsibility to think about everything that you're going to do. It's on you. Like when I'm doing these videos now, I can do whatever. Cause I notice I don't take requests. And the reason why I don't, cause I'm like, well, I do what I want to do. And you either like it or you don't. But the beauty of it is, it's like no matter what. And I'm going to tell you what, being an entrepreneur is kind of like you're that bird that's flying around. The bird doesn't know if it's going to get food that day. It doesn't. Or that animal, it doesn't know. It just goes where it's going to get. If you're an entrepreneur, you know you got to do stuff. Because I don't know what I'm going to make a week from now. I don't know what I'm going to make next month. But I keep doing stuff to keep the money flowing. And that's the beauty of it. But it's under my control. All right? And I want y'all to think about that. I want y'all to really think about that. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Like all these people being laid off now, I'm like, I ain't worried about being laid off. I'm not worried about being laid off. And even my mindset, it was like, I'm not even worried about people who would get my stuff, because my stuff anyway sells all over the world. And people still, even with a recession, people still buy stuff. People still need stuff. Like I've talked before about, people still need food. People still need stuff to clean. Some stuff is more, I would say, recession resistant. If you have one of those type of businesses, you're good to go. All right? You have one of those businesses where people still got to get your stuff. And even if you don't, you guys, it could be whatever. Still have the mindset, oh, people want this anyway. All right? So anyway, though, that's all I have for today. You know the deal. Let's go make that money.